I hope you have unlimited text messaging. By Miss Carr. Chapter 42. Conversation 32. How to date and not be in the same country. Anthony.
Are you aware that Friday sent out a mass email to all our friends informing them that we are dating?
Friday. It was a mass text message.
Anthony, sorry, my mistake. Seriously, Friday, you are not allowed to hang out with Ada anymore. Keep this up and Dr. Fitz will also be on the list.
Nomad. Yes, Sam is mad at me because he now owes Wanda $50. Who is Ada?
Anthony, Friday's not an AI girlfriend.
Friday. Our relationship is merely mutual scientific curiosity, although I would not be averse to seeing Dr. Fitz shirtless.
Nomad.
Should I be concerned?
Anthony, not really, gumdrop. That particular Friday fantasy is not happening outside of a contamination incident because we are both dating other people. And I'm so happy I'm dating you, my yummy bunny, even if your friends are betting on us being together.
Nomad. Me too. By the way, they are your friends too.
Anthony, maybe Clint is sort of a friend and a thank you for joining forces with your nemesis to rescue my wife from the clutches of the bastard sort of way.
Nomad. I don't think Sharon can be considered your nemesis by any stretch of the imagination. You two just need to talk things out. Never mind, I need to be there to supervise that conversation.
Message not sent. Anthony, also, Sam was always just your friend, and he just tolerated me for the gold wing upgrades. Wanda kind of has a right to hate me.
Nomad. Sam isn't just in it for the cool tech. None of us are. I think your relationship with Clint is more complicated than that. He got us a cake. It said, "Congratulations for finally getting your head out of your ass."
Anthony, you have pictures of that? Please tell me you have pictures of that.
Nomad. I think Wanda does. There was a tiny fondant Iron Man and Captain America figure making out in the corner of the cake.
Anthony, as stated above, I don't think we have the type of relationship where Wanda and I share pictures. Although she does give me updates on when you're doing stupid shit. Please don't do stupid shit. That would just lead to both of us going to the supervillain side, which would be awful for humanity.
Nomad. I'll try, because it really would be awful for humanity in general if you two went to the dark side. Absolutely dreadful.
Nomad.
You do realize that it is possible that the weapon that killed our family was designed by your father?
Anthony, or the dozens of designers working under me. It doesn't matter because I'm the one who didn't realize what our weapons were really doing. I'm the one who wasn't paying attention to Obadiah. See, you get good friends, and I get blood-sucking leeches like Obadiah with the occasional roadie to keep me from completely going over the edge.
Nomad. You're making new ones, most of whom are not blood-sucking emotional leeches. At least I hope they're not.
Anthony, most of which are under 18. That puts me in more of a mentor role. Somehow, I've become a role model.
Nomad. Is Yo-Yo under 18?
Anthony, 28, and scary.
Nomad. Are you guys getting along better now? How did the all-Spanish training exercise go a couple of days ago? I would have texted you sooner, but I've been busy.
Anthony, saving metaphorical kittens from trees?
Nomad. Something like that.
Anthony, the exercise went well. We managed to put the entire new advanced threat team into medical.
Nomad. I'm still not sure how to take that.
Anthony, I consider it a good thing. Unfortunately, the bulletproof pacifist has decided that avenging is not for him. Joey is willing to be on standby in the event of another alien invasion, but he doesn't want to go out there looking for trouble.
Nomad. Like we do. Although, if his heart is not in it, it's best that he stays in reserve.
Anthony. Very true.
Nomad. How are things going with Yo-Yo?
Anthony. She hasn't asked for a new identity to get out of working with me, so that's a positive start.
Nomad. Was that actually what happened with Joey?
Anthony. Things are better. Apparently, finding out that my pseudo-mother figure was gunned down by most likely Hydra contractors and her killer was not brought to justice due to corruption of the government made me seem like a less of a rich asshole to her.
Nomad. Because she realized that you're just as human as everyone else, despite how much money you have in the bank?
Me. Because she realized we're not that different. Less than 6 months ago, her cousin was killed by dirty cops when trying to stop illegal weapons trafficking in Colombia. That puts us in the same boat. Also, now I completely understand why she didn't want to hang out with the Merchant of Death.
Nomad. That's not who you are now.
Anthony, okay, I am the guy who made murder bots. Yo-Yo and her boyfriend are making me watch Terminator Salvation tonight because of that.
Nomad. The Terminator movies are on my list.
Anthony, not that one. We need to do a movie night where we watch the same movie and I just send you smarky comments the entire time.
No, man. I wish you had time to do something like that, but you're busy doing good things such as trying to make sure people like Senator Nadir do not round up everybody who is different.
Anthony, I'll make time for you. Also, apparently, the good senator is anti-alien because her mother died during New York. So that's another fuck up that we are all paid for.
No, man. You're the guy who cares. You're the guy who sees things 10 steps ahead. You're the one who is looking at the big picture.
Anthony, to the point where it bites us all in the ass.
No, man. Not always. You're a good person, Tony Stark, deep down where it counts. I'm sure she's seeing that.
Anthony, well, it helps when I get to the intel needed to go after the guy who killed her cousin.
No, man. Did you do anything that could result in you needing to hide out in Wakanda for a couple of months? You know, vengeance isn't always the answer.
Anthony, I realize that now. If I need a hideout, I have my own sovereign nation island. But no, nothing like that.
No, man. What happened?
Anthony, Yo-Yo heard rumors about the guy who murdered her cousin being outed out on U.S. soil making deals with the watchdogs. I may have helped her find intel on this, but apparently I'm not as stealthy as I think I am because Agent Scary is now coming with us to New York to give us spy lessons. Anthony, in the end we managed to discover that somebody was selling S.H.I.E.L.D. confiscated tech on the black market, and we went to get it back without telling Director Schnookums.
No, man. You're not allowed to say anything about me going on missions alone.
Anthony, that's fine because they now have an entire terrorist cell in S.H.I.E.L.D. custody. Anthony, okay, they don't have the arms dealer himself to interrogate because they're probably still scraping him off the floor of a random warehouse in Baltimore, but they have all the other bad guys. Really, it's a win-win for everyone. They found a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent that was liberating tech because apparently he believed in the Watchdog's philosophy and felt S.H.I.E.L.D. wasn't doing enough.
No, man. Did you kill the arms dealer?
Anthony, nope. And neither did Yo-Yo, which I'm surprised because the bastard killed her cousin in cold blood. She could have pulled the trigger. Part of me thinks she should have pulled the trigger, but she didn't. That makes her a better person than me.
No, man. You were in shock, just reacting. If you had 6 months to deal with the news, maybe Siberia would not have happened the way it did.
Anthony, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to fly down to an undisclosed location and strangle you-know-who, but I blame that more on therapy and antidepressants than anything else.
No, man. You're the one going to therapy and taking the drugs. That has to count for something.
Anthony, maybe.
No, man. So, in this particular case, how did the bad guy die if neither one of you pulled the trigger?
Anthony, stupid bad guy screw up number one. Never assume that the guy that you're selling illegal weapons to will not blow you up just to get out of paying. It always goes badly. But it makes our job easier when the bad guys just kill each other.
No, man. So the director is going to overlook anything you did that violated the Accords.
Anthony, I am allowed to do Stark Industries business, and some of the weapons being sold were either retrofitted or counterfeit Stark Industries weapons. We don't like being associated with xenophobic terrorist organizations. Anthony, I am always going to be allowed to do what I need to do for my company. Similarly, S.H.I.E.L.D. has carte blanche to go after people that break into their secure facilities and remove weapons for black market sale.
Nomad. Loophole?
Anthony, maybe I've been negotiating contracts since nursery school. If there's a loophole, I'll find it and manipulate the hell out of it.
Nomad. Which is why you were so sure the Accords wouldn't hamper us.
Anthony, oh, they are hampering. Not as bad as they would have with Mr. PR being in charge. But things are better because the current director is the guy who told the superior officers to fuck off when told to stop looking for me in Afghanistan.
Nomad.
I've always liked him. Anthony, of course, the director is also making me take a mandatory lie detector test, but at least it's only every 6 months. Also, I think he's having me do it just to find out what really happened in October 1997.
Nomad. What happened in October 1997?
Anthony, it's a little fuzzy. I believe the incident involved a stripper, some drugs that may or may not be illegal, and a superior officer's car being covered in whipped cream and reprogramming the horn to play everybody whenever he sat down in the driver's seat. I don't remember all the details because I may have taken a few of those drugs that may or may not have been legal.
Nomad. And you may have been the instigator of this incident?
Anthony, possibly. Anthony, Deputy Director Mace and his bodyguard/minion just walked into the room, which means lie detector time. Write you later, Muffin.
No, man.
I prefer being your cuddle bunny.